Welcome guys, and in today's video we're taking a look at the Tat2 flash printer by Tat2skin, and that's powered by Canon. So if you guys want to start printing your stencils with the click of a button, then let's go. Are you guys tired of doing this? Are you tired of lining every single line right here, all to put the stencil on and find out it's not right or it didn't go on right, so now you got to do all this all over again? Or are you tired of running it through like this every single time you want a stencil? I don't know, it's not bad, but it does get annoying for the same reasons. I've done this so many times. There is a solution, and I didn't really think it was the solution I needed until I had it, until I used it, until I realized I ain't going back. You know what I mean? So we're gonna take a little bit of a closer look at the printer, but real quick, I wanna tell you what came with it. There was 500 sheets of transfer paper, stencil transfer paper, 2 bundles of this, 4 ounces of Tat2skin ink fuel, and a nice little funnel to make sure it gets in there safely. And finally, stencil stuff, which I can get on board with because, you know, I love stencil stuff. Now, with that being said, let's take a quick look at the machine. So as you can see over here, we have the label, Tat2skin Tat2 flash printer powered by Canon Pixma. We're gonna go ahead and open this up. Now, when you open it up and it's plugged in, the little guy over here is going to slide over. You'll pop that open. You're going to pop a cartridge in there and shut that. And that cartridge comes with this kit. Next important thing you're going to do is come over here, pop this open, pop this open. You're going to take that little funnel that we talked about before, stick it right in the side over here. You're going to open your ink fuel, and you're going to pour that in there very slowly, allowing it to fill up gently. Once that's done, you're going to close it and drop the lid. And taking a look at the face here, as you can see, this is where your fluid is going to be at. You can visually see as it goes down. Over here is where you're going to load your paper in. Right here is your little tray to have it catch the paper. And other than that, it works just like any other printer. Okay, now I'm sure you're wondering, that's great, Dave, cool printer, but how does it all work? How do I get it to print my stencils? I mean, what do I do? Great question. Obviously, I'm going to answer that because that was my first question as well. So for me, I don't know about you, we're going to go over a couple different ways. If you work on paper and you want to take it from the paper to the printer without using Procreate or whatnot, I'm going to show you how to do several different ways, starting with the way I do it. So let's start there. So let's go to Procreate. Now here's where I will design a tattoo or whatnot. And as you can see here, let's take this one for instance. Here is the tattoo. So it's been designed out. I'm ready to rock. I got it sized how I want it. I've printed it out a few different times to my printer. And I've been like, yeah, this is the right size. So I'm ready to print this to my stencil printer. So what are we going to do? We're going to save it. So we're going to come up here, go to JPEG, save image. So the image has been saved. And the one other thing you'll have to get if you're using this unit is the Canon Print app. So I'm going to jump over there to the Canon Print app. Next, we're going to come over here to click the smartphone button. And when I click the smartphone button, it's going to pull up my photos that are on this tablet. Now, I'm not going to show you all my awesome photos on this tablet, but you'll have to assume. Once I click on that, I'm going to then go find the photo I want to print, click on that, and hit next. All right, which takes us to here, and we hit our next button. This is it. This is how we want it. If you want to do a little editing, you can come over here and you can, you know, edit it up a little bit, but I'm good with the way it is. So it's good the way it is. Let's hit print, go check it out, and we'll come on back and do some more. And it seems like here she comes. Oh. All right, there it is. I mean, as you can see, I don't think you can hand make a stencil that crisp and clean. Now again, this paper isn't just normal copy paper, it's stencil transfer paper. And this is pretty much what you're going to use to apply it straight to the skin. Okay, all right, so that would be how we would do something that's simply lined, right? It's just lined. We went through, we knew what we wanted to do, we lined it all out, and we printed our line drawing. But let's say you're doing something without lines per se. So back into Procreate again, and as you can see, I pulled up a skull. It's just a skull I found out in the interwebs, threw it on here just so I can show you. So let's say if I were to do this skull, I would line it out. I would take my pencil, I'd come along here just the way I make my stencils and line it all out and give myself all my reference points and whatnot. But here, if you wanted to, you could print this exactly the way it is, and it's gonna give you the different grayscales. So let's give that a go. So again, we're gonna save this. We're gonna jump into our Canon Print app, click on that smartphone, find the picture that we want, hit add, hit next. I like the size is fine. We're gonna hit print, and let's go check it out. Voila. Boy, that took a while. And there she is in all of her or his glory. Now again, guys, all you're gonna do is just put the stencil stuff or whatever kind of solution you're using and stick this to the skin and you're ready to tattoo. Obviously, give it time to dry. So if you're not amazed just yet like I was when I was testing this out and using this, then get ready for the next step. All right, for a minute, let's say that you were drawing this piece out. You had a client and, you know, you like to hand draw your tattoos. There's nothing wrong with that. You like to do that. So let's say you are hand drawing this amazing looking heart. Beep. Okay. Amazing heart. I mean, come on. Let's do another heart. Yeah, buddy. Oh my. Those don't look like butts at all. And maybe one more butt over here. I mean, heart. Yeah, there we go. Fancy. And you got a bunch of writing in here. Ah, la, 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 la. Okay? You're spending hours and hours on your piece, right? So much time. Okay, so you have your fantastic, amazing heart here. This is the piece you're gonna do. Okay, now we're gonna jump back over to our tablet or our phone or, you know, whatever we have the app loaded onto, if not both. We're gonna click this smartphone copy. So what we're going to do now is take a snap picture of it, getting all the corners in the photo. So as simple as that, I found it doesn't even have to be at the perfect angle. As long as all four corners are in the photo, you hit next. There you have it. Every mark is there. So all we're going to do now is hit the done button, get to this point, hit next, and hit print. And we're ready to go. So let's roll over and take a look as it prints. Oh yeah, look at that custom artwork right there. Ooh, buddy. Got the heart butts going on with the sweet writing. All right, guys, as you can see, there's not much you can't do here. So here we are again, we have our heart butts. I just love saying heart butts. Okay, but if you're like me, you wanted to know how accurate to size is this. So if I figure out exactly the size I want and I take a photo of it, am I going to be able to print it out and it's going to be the size, or is it going to be warped depending on how the picture was taken? Now, the simplest way to find that out is I took the original one several different times, several different pictures, and every time it lined right up. So whether you're doing the classic lining stuff and doing your stencils like that, which is great, I do that like 90% of the time, or if you're trying to print it out and have those different gray scales, you can stick right on the skin and just make your job that much easier. You have that ability. In fact, I want to tattoo this skull so bad it hurts. And then you have your butt hearts over here, or, you know, whatever drawing you have. I sure as hope you're not putting butt hearts on people, but nonetheless, whatever you draw on paper and you take a picture of or whatnot, you're ready to go. So there's so many options out here to use this with. What I love the most is just the simple ability to click print and print my stencil. And that be that. That is number one. Print your stencil. I mean, I know that a lot of times I'm working on my tablet. I want to check the size for a client or see how it's going to fit. I print it straight to my other printer from my tablet, size it all up, then I gotta go through the process of turning that into a stencil. Whereas now, I print it on paper, I check it out, I size it out, and then I click the print button, and I print it to a stencil, and I put it on the skin. So, I mean, that is number one. Very, very nice. Number two is the ability to print in gray shades. So you don't get that out of the other printers or by hand stenciling. You get the different shades of purple. We'll call them purple because it's the way it's printing it. But when you put that on the skin, you can visually see where your shades should go. You can visually see it because it's dark purple to light purple. Now, application's on you, but as far as that stencil, it's giving you everything you need to know. So that's number two. And between 1 and 2, I'm sold. If you're in the beginning learning how to tattoo, is this a must? No. There's a lot of things that you don't need that I show you guys, but I want to show you so you know what's out there. So when the time comes, you know these things exist if they're in your wheelhouse and if there's something you want. I hope you guys have enjoyed checking out the Tat2skin Tattoo Flash printer because I know I have thoroughly enjoyed using it and I continue to enjoy using it. So again, thanks for hanging out. If you want to check it out, I'll have links in the description. You can go check these guys out, check this machine out, let them know I sent you. And again, guys, I just want to say thank you for watching these videos, for hanging out with me. God bless you, and peace.